Tesla stock finally had a good day. I know a lot of people are pissed off about today because I've heard a lot of people in comment sections, in chat rooms, on, other social media forums saying that they sold Tesla just a couple of days ago as Elon Musk was getting back on the political bandwagon of his own making. Well, today, Tesla stock was up almost 5%, up 4.73%. There still is a bit of a political overhang, but it's starting to get unwound in Tesla stock as Elon has seemingly not made too many political comments in the last couple of days. Now, here in this video, I will give you an update to the breaking news today that caused Tesla stock to rally. The breaking news was Tesla is seeking to operate robotaxis in Arizona. I have the details for you. Is there going to be a human in the driver's seat? Are these actually going to be robotaxi rides with nobody else in the vehicle? I have all the details for you. And here in just a moment, we will get into that. But besides that, I want to discuss two other things. Why I think Elon is about to take another step back from politics and focus on Tesla more than ever. And number two, the broader market backdrop is starting to look better and better for the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months. You don't want to miss this opportunity, in my opinion. I will share what that opportunity is and why I'm so bullish in this video. Before we get into all of this information, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know down below in the comment section, though. What is your year-end price target for Tesla? Do you think Tesla's going to be a $400 stock? $500, $600, $700? Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will share my thoughts throughout this video. So, first and foremost, Sawyer Merritt on X says that he has confirmed directly with the Arizona Department of Transportation that Tesla reached out to them on June 26th to begin the certification process to operate an autonomous robotaxi service in the state. They say, quote, Tesla has applied for both autonomous vehicle testing / operating with a driver and testing / operating without a driver. A decision on those is expected at the end of the month. They have expressed interest in operating within the Phoenix metro area. Okay, we have Waymos in the Phoenix metro area. This shouldn't be too difficult to get approved. It will likely get approved soon. This is massive, okay? Because Tesla launched the robotaxi 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Waymo takes like 3 years. I know I'm exaggerating here. But an order of magnitude, as Elon would say, longer to scale their Waymo services. If all Tesla has to do, send out an application here, send out an application here, again, oversimplifying, but you get the idea. To start operations in a brand new city, guys, this thing is going to scale way faster than Wall Street thinks. And I want to really differentiate here. We have our expectations, and they have their expectations. Our expectations do not matter. Retail investors' expectations do not matter for Tesla stock. I know. That's a terrible truth. We don't control what happens to Tesla. In moments where there's FOMO or there's short squeezes, things like that, retail buying the stock definitely contributes to the upside. But day-to-day operations, month-to-month, quarter-by-quarter, hedge funds and institutions drive Tesla stock, okay? In large part. They're throwing billions of dollars at this thing. It's in the S&P. Like, you have to be allocated to Tesla to a certain extent if you are a hedge fund and institution. They can raise those positions, lower those positions, so on and so forth. But the question is, where does Wall Street have their expectations for robotaxi? And what is the reality that we get? For an example, This is not on any Wall Street, likely analyst or hedge fund or institutional playbook. Is to launch in Phoenix. Like, we had guidance for Texas and California, but launch in Phoenix within, assuming another 3 weeks, another month from now, call it a month or two after the launch of the robotaxi service. Nobody was expecting that kind of scalability from a hedge fund institutional perspective. That's why Tesla stock went higher today. We have our expectations, and we're not exactly shocked by this news, but Wall Street is, and that's what is important. One of the big reasons I think Tesla stock, by the way, is going to be a $600 stock by the end of this year is Wall Street has their expectations for robotaxi down here. I think the reality of robotaxi is way the hell up here. Okay? Wall Street can't even see the top of the bar yet. Why? Because Tesla is a much different service than Waymo. Sure, you're going to have to, tweak different things for different cities. There's going to be different elements to different cities. Bad intersection here, weird roundabout here. We all understand how different areas, driving conditions and roads are a little bit different. But besides just one-off changes that Tesla will have to do, Tesla's able to launch the service as fast as regulatory approval can actually go into effect. Now, the big scaling moment, the AGI moment for Tesla, the ChatGPT moment for Tesla, maybe I should say, and for robotaxis, is when we can turn our Teslas into robotaxis. Wall Street, they're not even thinking about that yet. And here's the catalyst: Tesla earnings. We've gotten some details. We've gotten Elon, giving us details here, giving us details here. But it's really this upcoming earnings that is going to change everything for Tesla stock. That is going to turn Wall Street to, wait, did Elon just say that Tesla could launch robotaxis in 30 cities next year? Well, they just launched robotaxi. They're already in Phoenix. They're already, applying in many different cities. In just 2 months, they're already in city number 2, assuming by earnings we may have approval from Phoenix. It's going to become a lot more real to Wall Street. And it's something Wall Street is really going to have to grapple with. And I think that means buying Tesla stock in other simpler terms. Now, to switch topics a little bit, Elon Musk said last night that, quote, we are at the intelligent Big Bang moment in terms of AI, that we're about to go through this exponential curve of growth and knowledge obtainment via AI. And I think the applicability of AI products is really starting to take hold. No matter what industry you are in, there's a product for you that can help operations, whether it's logistics, manufacturing, software related, anything, okay? Elon has effectively been running Tesla with zero compensation for a half a decade. Now, I do think Elon has been very much incentivized to not help Tesla stock move higher, to be a drag on Tesla stock, because he has not been compensated in a half a decade. Think about it like this. If you were in Elon's position and the board's working on a compensation package for you, would you want the stock exploding higher? Probably not. Because right now, I can sit here and say the first tier for Tesla is probably going to be at like $500 per share or $600 per share. Call it a $2 trillion market cap. That's where Elon unlocks, let's say, 2% additional ownership in Tesla. Okay, great. That's a double up for shareholders. We'll give Elon 2%. Doesn't sound like a hard bargain to, pass through. Well, if you're Elon, would you want the stock at $600 today as you're negotiating a trade package, or your board is? Probably not, because then you're not going to have a compensation at $2 trillion. Maybe the first threshold is $2.5 trillion or $3 trillion for your first tier of the compensation package. So Elon Musk is very, very much incentivized to not send Tesla's stock higher. I think that's why we've gotten this version of Elon that we have. I don't think he's trying to nuke this stock by any means, but I think he wants it right at about where it is. Because every time things seem to be going a little too well, boom, Elon comes out and wrecks the day. Okay? Almost every time, like clockwork recently. That is because the board is negotiating a new compensation package as we speak. The question I have is, do we get that compensation package unveiled on Tesla's earnings, or is that an event for the shareholder meeting on November 6th? Could be either or. Never know. Probably a November 6th kind of thing. But I think before that compensation package, like once it's actually set in stone, probably October-ish, end of September, like, hey, Elon, this is what your compensation package is going to be. That's when you're going to get a new Elon, so to speak. An Elon less focused on politics, more focused on sending the stock higher, doing the right thing by shareholders. With almost a certainty, that change of Elon is coming. I don't know when exactly it is, but it's coming. And I think that is part of how Tesla gets to $600 per share. The last compensation package, Elon blew through that like no problem. And it sounded crazy at the time when it was actually proposed. It sounded like only a crazy guy would take that deal to not get paid unless you hit crazy milestones. Like the top tier was like a 10x in Tesla's value, right? Like 10x in sales, certain thresholds for profitability. Elon did it. Just having a compensation package that reads something like $2 trillion, $3 trillion, $5 trillion, $7 trillion, $10 trillion, like, I think makes it a reality for a lot of people that, oh, wow, Tesla could actually be a 10 bagger from here, from a $1 trillion market cap. And I think from a Wall Street perspective, it gives them a little bit more to go off of. Again, it may give us a little less volatile Elon, politically speaking, which I think would be great news for the stock. I also think over the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months, we are really shaping up to have the best possible outcome for markets. Let me break it down as quickly and simply as I possibly can. Inflation, let's start there. We're not going to have inflation. Whether it's Jamie Dimon or Fed officials or politicians, none of them understand what inflation is. I'm sorry I have to be the guy to tell you how inflation works. Tariffs are not inflationary by definition. The late Milton Friedman, one of the best economists in the world has ever known, he deems that inflation is always a money printing phenomenon, whether it's Rome or whether it's the United States Treasury, okay? It is a money printing phenomenon. How that works is the government doesn't actually print money, at least at first. It sells debt, okay? So inflation is always an issuance of debt that converts to money, okay? Without getting into the nuances too much, a tariff is a tax on the population, okay? Jamie Dimon, these politicians, the Fed, they are under the logic and mindset that there is so much extra money out there sloshing around in people's bank accounts, like stimulus days are still here, okay? This is how they think, okay? The logic is, well, companies get hit with a tariff, companies raise prices, and then those consumers keep buying the products, but then they realize they need pay raises. Then they go to their bosses, they ask for a pay raise. They get that pay raise. And then the companies say, oh shit, we just gave everyone a pay raise, we have to raise prices again. That is the inflationary spiral that Wall Street, some on Wall Street, think could come. Politicians, Fed officials. Let me tell you, that is the most wild piece of bullshit I have ever heard in my entire life. Let me tell you in a nutshell what has happened in the last 4 years. Yes, there is a lot of money out there, but it's not in your bank account. It's not in the next guy's bank account. The money always makes its way up the chain to the richest people. Do you think the richest people in the world are out spending enough money to drive inflation? No. Okay. The average American is in a recession. The average person out there is swamped in debt and can barely afford to get by. When that bag of Doritos goes to $7, they're going to buy less Doritos. Okay? The labor market. You're not in a position to go to your boss and say, hey, tariffs hit. Instead of my annual 3% raise, I want a 10% raise, or I quit. Go try that if you want to. If you want to lose your job, try that. It's not going to work. Okay? There will be no tariff inflation. Okay? There could be the one-time little boost up in prices. Sure. One, consumers aren't going to continue to buy those products at the same rate. So I don't even know if we're going to get the one-time boost in prices. But I could definitely tell you, there's not going to be a wage price spiral. It's comical. So we're not going to have an inflation issue. We haven't already. I don't think we're going to. Fed officials today said they expect the June CPI data to show this rise in inflation. We get that CPI report next Tuesday on July 15th. So mark your calendars for that one. That's going to be a big day for markets. If we don't have inflation, the estimates are 0.3% month over month for core. If that comes in at like 0.2 or 0.1%, markets are going to soar on that. Okay. So number one, no inflation. Number two, the big beautiful bill. Like, if there is any argument for we're going to see inflation, it's with the massive deficits that were passed. That could give you inflation because that is money printing. That is adding to the money supply. Well, there's a lot of offsets, right? I don't think we're going to get inflation from that. The big beautiful bill creates clarity on spending. Markets love deficits. Part of the reason why stocks continue to go up. And no tax on tips, no tax on overtime is actually going to help out 60 to 80 million Americans. Give them anywhere from, $5,000 to $6,000 of extra spending, as far as the $25,000 of no tax on tips, $14,500 in no taxes on overtime. I'd have to calculate that by itself, but that's going to save a couple thousand as well on the no tax and overtime. So just these two things together, you got a pretty good backdrop. Now, let me tell you, we don't just fall into a recession. That does not happen these days. Recessions only happen via shock events. The economy is too diversified. It's too big. It would be like trying to throw pebbles at a train. Okay? You're not going to stop the damn train. But if you build a brick structure in front of a train, you're probably going to stop it. It's probably not going to smash through a brick building on both sides and come out the other side, right? It's kind of like the economy. You don't just fall into a recession. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the economy's going to do okay. Okay? Geopolitical tensions are dying down globally. That's obviously a good thing. Trade deals are getting done, which on the positive side to that could actually help, U.S. companies sell more overseas. But just getting that done is a great thing. And last but not least, AI is becoming more applicable than ever. This AI movement is not a bubble, far from. This is the dawn of a new revolution for the world and for the markets. That's just getting started. You're like halfway through the first inning. You're not even like ninth inning, like overtime. You're not even close to that. Okay. This is a trend, AI, is a trend that's going to be here for decades. And if you guys didn't know, we have a Cold War with China. So like the race is on. That is great for your portfolios, for investing. This is going to, make economic growth better, make profitability better, and hopefully consumers healthier. We'll have to see. That's kind of a wait and see kind of thing. Tesla is at the forefront of this. I don't know exactly when Wall Street's going to realize that, but they will. And when they do, what do you think is going to happen to Tesla? It's going to be huge. And I think interestingly enough, a lot of stocks have already priced this in. Like Nvidia, it's a $4 trillion company. You've priced that in a long time ago. Apple, not really doing much with AI as of right now. Microsoft, it's already such a large business. Like AI is going to take some time to grow. Google, same. It's going to take some time to grow. Meta, same. It's going to take some time to grow. They already have large dominating businesses. Tesla, on the other hand, sure, it has a large business, relatively speaking. $93 billion of revenue a year, $100 billion, call it, of revenue a year. It's okay. I mean, Google does that revenue in a quarter. Amazon does that in a quarter. Apple, does that pretty much in a quarter. So like Tesla's AI revenue is going to be, as a percentage of the business, a lot greater than these other companies. But unlike those other companies, where Wall Street clearly sees the roadmap for AI within those companies, they don't see the roadmap for AI within Tesla, for whatever reason that is. Whether they just don't like Elon, don't like Tesla, or both. But overnight, it's going to be like, wow, Tesla is the biggest AI company in the world, and we missed it. It's right in front of us, and we missed it. And there's going to be a catch-up trade. Tesla shouldn't be a $1 trillion stock. It should be a $2 trillion plus stock right now, in my view. Because why? When you're investing for the future, and the future looks a lot bigger and brighter for Tesla than it does today. That's simple. Now, I forgot to add on to this, rate cuts. Okay, we're going to get a bunch of rate cuts, assuming we don't have inflation, assuming we have, again, trade deals, geopolitical tensions continue to die down, the big beautiful bill, the large deficits, which markets like, but really getting that, funding the government situation out of the way. Now, we're not going to fall into a recession, in my view. The Fed's able to cut rates like 9-10 times within the next 12-18 months. Yeah, that's just going to amplify everything I've talked about here in this video. So be my guest. If you want to miss out on this, go for it. I mean, this is going to be like the 05, 06, 07 iPhone moment where you say 10 years from now, damn, I seen it. I knew about it. I knew the product. I just missed it. I will not say, whoops, sorry kids, I just missed it. What do I look like? What do you look like? That's not you, okay? Just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. But I do think between all of this coming together, faster scalability of Tesla's AI products than Wall Street thinks, as we talked about at the top of this video. Elon getting his act together and focusing on creating shareholder value for Tesla once his compensation package is kind of finalized, which I think is probably here in the next couple of months. And mixed with the incredibly strong backdrop we have for the economy, for markets broadly, for AI broadly, it looks really damn good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. If you guys want to come trade with us live in real time, check out that link down below in the description of this video. The trading community portfolio today closed at about $76,500 or so. There's some weird moves in after hours. That's not real. Public has some weird after hours things that happen. Portfolio is up well over 66% on this year, with I do think a path to being up well over 100% by the end of this year. And what we're really doing is finding those small cap AI winners, those next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 baggers, and investing in those now. It takes a lot of work. You got to sift through them. They're not screaming in your face because they don't have retail investors that are already backing them. But those are the companies and opportunities we are seeking out and finding and doing incredibly well, as you could see. So let me know your thoughts again on this video. Come join the trading community, link down below in the description of this video. Not financial advice. You could lose money. I mean, nobody's perfect. Anything can happen in the markets. But I think we have the best strategy to capture this market's opportunity right now. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.